Welcome to Jagma Talks. Today I am going to discuss about e-way bill in GST. Now, when movement of goods or supply is taking place, we need e-way bill. So this movement of goods can be of different types. One is pure supply of goods, pure supply of service, or jointly supply of goods and services. So let us try to understand under what circumstances e-way bill has to be generated under GST and in which case e-way bill is not required. If there is a supply of goods, do we need to generate e-way bill or not? If principal supply is supply of service, in this case generation of e-way bill is required or not. In any case, if e-way bill is required to be generated, then what is that particular amount under which or under above the e-way bill is required to be generated. As per the rule 138 of CGST rules 2017, information to be furnished prior to commencement of movement of goods and generation of e-way bill. Every registered person who cause movement of goods of consignment value exceeding 50,000 rupees, e-way bill is required to be generated for the movement of goods. Therefore, in case the principal supply is purely a supply of service, that means movement of goods is not there, only supply, purely supply of service and involvement of no movement of goods, the e-way bill is not required to be generated. If the supply is purely supply of service and no involvement of goods is there, then e-way bill is not required to be generated irrespective of the amount, whether it is less than 50,000 or more than 50,000. So it is very clear, in case of supply of goods, if the amount exceeds 50,000, then e-way bill is required. But where the principal supply is supply, that means purely a supply of service is involving and involvement of movement of goods is not there, then e-way bill is not required. But in cases where along with the principal supply of service, movement of some goods is also involved, e-way bill may be generated. Such situations may arise in cases of supply of services like printing services, works contract services, catering services, pandal, shamiana services. In such a case, e-way bill may be generated by entering the details of HSN code for goods along with SAC, that is service accounting code of the service involved. So now it is very clear on e-way bill under GST. This information is not only required for a business person. Even if you are an employee, you have purchased one AC exceeding 50,000 rupees, then when the seller is sending some goods to you, he will send a bill along with the GST, and he will have one e-way bill if the amount exceeds 50,000. We general public may not understand what is e-way bill and all those things, but this will be there while we are making this purchase. So very quickly, if you want to remember, please remember, when movement of goods, that is supply of goods and supply of services. In case of supply of services, if it is only supply of service, then no e-way bill is required irrespective of the amount. If there is a supply of goods, if the cost of the goods is more than 50,000, e-way bill is required. If there is joint supply of goods and services, in this case, e-way bill may be generated. I hope you have clear idea on e-way bill under GST. Thank you. Please subscribe and share.